take the ride. So let's talk MTG and take the ride. For more fun, we better subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe. Hatcher is the master of MTG. Oh, live streams and videos are never a bore. Streams are fun and super chaotic. You'll be back as it's all hypnotic. Come hang out, let's battle for Lord of the Boys. Hatcher's got the insights, he's got us all on board. In the world of magic, the gathering needs a master and a guide. So let's talk MTG and take the ride. For more fun, you better subscribe. You never won't miss the vibe. Scrolling through my feed, looking for a good time. Hatcher on YouTube, dropping truth and rhyme. Passion for magic, he's playing the cards right. Live stream so funny, keeping us up all one, you better subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe.
Always doing it sunny side up. It's the hen. Fuck. What up? How you doing, my friends? How you doing? It is Thursday, and we are here to talk about the Edge of Eternities leak ridiculousness and other things, right? So, first things first, I'm going to grab the live stream link, share that in the Discord, and then we shall have ourselves a discussion. All right. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. That's good. Let us do our hellos. What's up? Kentucky, Kurt, Habanero, Eng, Dunn, Kevin, Larry, Joe, Gianna, Zircon, Lewis, Nico, Juglum, Kurt. I think that I got everybody. Hello. How you guys doing? It is nice to see you on this fine lead up to the weekend. And apparently I gotta scratch my back 1 second. I got nobody else. Somebody else, you know, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. It's apparently I just gotta scratch mine. You know? Alright, there we go. Back in business. How will loot impact Edge of Eternities? Thankfully, not at all. The guy in charge of the Magic story came out and said that this one is not really connected overall that much to the main Magic story. So he specifically said don't expect loot. I wouldn't be surprised to see loot in Lorwyn though. So the break will be brief, you know? Habanero, you were listening to the opening theme and it made you think, before my channel did I ever think someday people would write songs about me? No, never in my life did I think people would write songs about me. Never in my life did I think people would like write me fan letters, make fan art, send me gifts, like all of it, bro. All of it. But yeah, no, definitely not the song, man. John, what's up, buddy? Fisher, what's going down? Larry, you just wanted to point out something interesting about last night's stream. Nobody got lower to the board. Oh, yeah, you're right. Normally, I wipe the board before the stream starts, and I didn't do that. You are correct. It has been noted, Larry, for the history books. You can put it up. The beginning of the end. Dun, dun, dun. Kevin, when Edge of Eternities come out, will I scream like when I find a techno historian? Why would I? That doesn't even make any sense. I collect techno historians. So that is a clip of delight to add to my techno historian collection, right? Like, I got one right here, bro. I got an OCM sitting right here on my desk in a little display. So that doesn't add up. Fisher, the heat wave has you struggling. The heat wave has been crazy, and now all of a sudden it's gotten cool out. So I'm glad for the weather reversal, but I went from like sweating to now I got this on. It's a weird summer. Sheba, what's up? You hyped about Tezzeret? Well, I mean, get ready, it's coming. Jess, what's up, buddy? Super duper. What happened with Edge of Eternities? Couple of things happened. First thing that happened was somebody posted saying, I've got Edge of Eternities boxes. And they showed an open box, they showed a bunch of open wrappers, and they showed a card to go along with it to say, look, here it is. I'm only showing this card that's already been spoiled so we don't ruin things for other people. And then a pile of cards ended up getting spoiled. So we have, where is it? Right here. So we've got these 5 cards that were spoiled right here, which actually the image is a little bit big, so hold on, let me shrink it down a bit. Whoop. There you go. There you go. So you've got like spacecraft, you got fight spells and stuff like that. And there's also this stuff too, where you've got the warp mechanic, you've got lander tokens that you sacrifice to go and get basic lands. There's a bunch of stuff that was in this particular leak. And the weirdest thing is that the leak actually came from Final Fantasy boxes, not that box, not the open box of not the open box of Edge of Eternities that was posted online. Strange. It's different. Kanzuki, that beats your record Lord of the Board win at 99. Bro, you did the waiting in the weeds maneuver, right? That's what I consider that. That was skillfully done, right? Kurt, you couldn't find the stream yesterday. There wasn't a stream yesterday. That's why. Fisher Super Chat says, let's start it off. Come for the board if you dare. Oh, who dares to come? Wait a minute. Nope. Didn't say that. Did not say that on the internet. Kevin, you're weirdly excited for Edge of Eternities to make Cowboys versus Alien decks. All right. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it goes like this. Wizards is making weird stuff. Stuff that some people don't like. And I'm one of those people. Like, I hated Aether Drift. But they've made the stuff. So if you can find enjoyment out of it, then go for it. Fisher, you are Lord of the Board, and daring others to come at you. Jess, I'm going to have you shaved and donated for scientific experiments. I'm going to say, here you go. It doesn't matter what you do. You can't make it worse. Baldur's Gate Double Masters 2022 was the last time the wrong card showed up, not Modern Horizons 3. Well, there was a thing with the Modern Horizons uncommons. I know that. So that was the one that popped into my head. Honestly, a bunch of the news can kind of blur together timeline-wise. And this wasn't a new one. We got uncommons from another set isn't a new screw-up. It's not something like unique and individual. But I definitely know what happened with Modern Horizons uncommons. Like, I know that shit. I know that shit happened. But yeah, Wizards of the Coast just keeps... This situation was unique because we still don't know what's going on with that Edge of Eternities box. We have no idea if the Edge of Eternities box is legit or not. So when I found out about the box originally, I looked at it and went, this is questionable. I'm going to let it cook. I'm going to let the situation just sit in the slow cooker and see what happens. That was the idea, because I figured if it's legit, then we're going to see some actual leaks. Like, if there are multiple booster boxes making it out into the wild, then it's incredibly likely that we are going to see some leaks. So when we saw leaks, I went, oh, well, obviously we've got leaks. I saw the booster box. That's where those leaks came from. I even said to Carly, I'm like, I told you if I just waited, there'd be leaks to talk about. And not like she was disagreeing with me. It's just one of those kind of crow about being right, because I love being right. So I told her, yeah. And then I looked and I was like, okay. And then I started to look into it and I'm like, these are all uncommons. And then I was, wait a minute. There's a Final Fantasy box in this picture. And Final Fantasy cards. What's going on? So figuring it all out, it was like, wait a minute. These are uncommons from a Final Fantasy box. But they're Edge of Eternities. Habanero, you watched a podcast that was talking about Wizards' current direction and their opinion on proxies. They were pro-proxy, but the points they made were fascinating. They were talking about other card games as well. It was interesting. Nice. I'm good with proxies, definitely. Ness, you know what? You are correct. Edge of Eternities isn't quite as dumb as Aether Drift. You're not going to get as much hat alteration style artwork like we did with Markov Manor and Aether Drift. There is still, I mean, ask yourself a question. Look at Sammy's artwork and tell me that doesn't feel like, what is it? Unfinity artwork. Like, for real. It's got a robot. It's got a little robot with stickers and everything on it. Like, that screams, hey, we had artwork kicking around from Unfinity, and now Sammy, one of the main characters of the story, this is just what they're going to look like when this was just supposed to be some kid coming to an amusement park. You know? Yamagoro, a universe of spaceships and space stations and planets and black holes would be pretty cool to live in. Would it? Would it, Yamagoro? Like, it'd be cool if you were rich and everybody wasn't trying to attack each other and things weren't awful and you could go wherever you wanted. But, like, I want you to imagine a universe where there are a bunch of space stations and planets and black holes out there. And then you are still doing the exact same thing you're doing now. So you're still running people their food and whatever else. Your life is fundamentally unchanged. You're not out there Astro Boy. You're, let me get your Astro Yogurt. You know what I mean? So that's what it would be like. The wonderful future with all kinds of space technology and everything is good times for a handful and mediocre grinding for the many. Like, I think The Expanse does a good job of illustrating things like that. If you haven't watched The Expanse, Yamagoro, check it out. If you like outer space stuff and all the craziness, it's great, and it does paint a pretty bleak picture. The first 3 seasons are quite enjoyable, and then there is a massive shift in the show. So I can't say that after season 3 I enjoyed it as much as I did for the first half. And the stuff with the blue crystal chick is a bit weird. But overall, I found it to be pretty good. Teferi, if your wallet gets torn a new one in space, does it make a sound? Well, if it's actual space, like the science space, then no. But if it's theatrical space, then it's like, no. Or like, in my case, because my wallet, Carly, no. She's good at spending money. She's got that skill. Larry, you'd laugh if they put Space Bolarin as a special guest card. They might. They're not taking stuff nearly as seriously as they were. And they designed this a few years back, right? What up, Pierce? How you doing? Shelton, what's up, buddy? Oh, you're playing Commander with friends. Nice. Yeah, you missed some chillage, some talk. We're just talking about the Edge of Eternity leaks. Carly, am I talking shit on you? No, I was talking accurately about you. I was talking about my wallet being lost in space, you know, being torn open and money disappearing into a black hole, and how good you are at spending money. So I was complimenting your skill at spending money. You're like a black hole that is keeping us impoverished, and that takes work. That takes work, because, you know, I got the $2 from Fisher, 2 steps forward, 200 steps back. My wallet hurts when Carly attacks, and you know, it ain't fiction, just a natural fact. Jug the Marty, no, man, listen, you deaf, dumb, motherfucking donkey-brained idiot dick chugger. I already fucking said in the stream when you were fucking here that the guy in charge of the story said there won't be fucking loot in the set. So it's not that there won't be loot spoilers, you fucking idiot dingus. If that loot's not in the set, you can't spoil what's not in there, you fucking clownish goon. The same way there won't be a goddamn Smurfs fucking card in the set. Fuck you. Pay attention. I'm not talking from out fucking health here. It's like running a fucking adult daycare. I should be allowed to tase you. Jess, my afterlife's going to be endless games of playing Magic? Okay. All right. When my life flashes before my eyes, do you know how many games of Magic are going to be there, bro? Habanero feeling the old Magic vibe. Yeah, bro. Enjoy the nostalgia. Vibe on the stuff that you enjoyed, right? Like, at the end of the day, the new age of Magic is wonky. It is wonky. They're doing all kinds of goofbag nonsense. It doesn't take away what came before it, right? You can't love it the same way, but other people can. So they're having fun with it, at least, if it makes you feel any better. So yeah, enjoy the old school stuff, man. I like me some old school Magic stuff. You know, it's got a particular flavor and vibe to it. Juggling, you were getting a coffee? Well, fair enough. That's what you get when you bring up loot, you fucking dick. Fisher, you keep seeing rumors of Sliver's return, and you highly doubt it. The Sliver's return thing is, it's just because it's based on a wild speculation from the lore. And I, too, agree that the Slivers thing is highly unlikely. Okay. I did actually have that down as a... I have a number of news items listed down to discuss, but the leak happening superseded a lot of this stuff. But yeah, with the whole Slivers thing, I agree with you. It totally seems very unlikely. It's just a little bit of Tezzeret's flavor text scribblings in the edge of his journal or whatever, right? Yamaguro, add space in front of everything. Get your space meal to your space door. Bingo. This guy gets it. Baba, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Gavin said they were printing dual lands in an upcoming gold set in the next 4 years. Do you think it'll be old reserve list dual lands or something new? Nothing off the reserve list is getting reprinted anytime soon. Magic 30 was a debacle. I fully expect that Wizards wants to find a way to carve money off of the reserve list, but Magic 30 was a massive embarrassment, and it's too recent for me to think that they're going to be doing the actual original dual lands, you know? Like, they're pretty clueless. They thought people were going to be hyped about Mutavault. If you watched the presentation about Edge of Eternities, they thought people would be hyped about Mutavaults and be like, oh, Shockland's cool, right? And so they were like, oh, check it out, Mutavault. And the audience was just like, you just hear like one guy breathing. And then they showed a Shockland and people went, wah! And so you just go, okay, yeah. You guys led with the Mutavault. Nobody cared. The Shocklands got good results. Mutavault's a wet fart. Exactly. Jugglim, the warp mechanic. I mean, yeah, it seems like it's going to be a tweak on a mechanic we already know, and that makes sense. How often do you see something that's really wildly out there when it comes to Magic mechanics? They tend to just kind of do the same thing in very slight variations of the same thing. What could they even do with Slivers now? Just make them stupid and overpowered. Just make them dumb. Yeah, exactly. Mutavault mattered like a decade ago. Or more. It's a solid card, but... I mean, Wizards has power crept the game pretty steadily since then. Ever since Throne of Eldraine, power creep has been hardcore on the menu, right? So... a bunch of stuff that used to kick down the door is just... That's how it feels now. I'll read some uncommon or common that just seems crazy good. But I've got such an old set of metrics that I still remember when playable was like 1 green and 3 for a 4/4 that did 1 damage to you each turn. All right, Nuddletooth Jin or Erdem Jin. I got to make one of your creatures unblockable every turn. You know, like... The curve for creatures and stuff was way different back then. I mean, there were some pretty powerful spells back then, but overall, the power level of creatures they make now is bonkers. We were at the end of vanilla creatures. They're not making vanilla creatures in Magic anymore. Like, unless they have the biggest, dumbest numbers printed on them, like, you could see a vanilla 100 where you'd be like, whoa, wibbity doo. But you know what I mean? They're not making vanilla creatures anymore. Those days are over. Aether Drift put the nails in the coffin on vanilla creatures when they were like, okay, Muragonda has these uncommon legendaries, and here you go, 3 mana for a 7/2, 2 mana for a 4/1. You know, like, so it's highly unlikely we're gonna get any vanillas in any capacity at all, in any real capacity, going forwards. Larry, them shot. Oh, I mean, they're lucky they put the Shocklands in there. That's a nice little. That's a nice little boost for the set, right? That's a nice little boost. I don't know how well Edge of Eternities is going to do, like, overall, especially considering it's like suffer. It's going to suffer from the hangover of Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is still a big juggernaut cranking along, and Edge of Eternities is going to try and gain some people's bandwidth. Where it'll be like, hey, I got these Final Fantasy cards a month later. You should get these cards. Why? Because look there's a space station and stuff. All right. What? Just get it. Shut up. Buy it. No, I spent all my money on Final Fantasy. I'm good, Chief. But it's Edge of Eternities, where space is the final space to go to. Carnifex, yeah, you could have a vanilla a million. Why would Mutavault be good? Mutavault was great when it came out. Are you kidding me? 1 mana for a 2/2. There's just boom. Here you go. I got a 2/2 that dodges board wipes and things like that. Doesn't like cost me anything to cast. Also acts as a land. Like, it's Mutavault's a really solid card. Counts as all creature types too, right? It was a really solid card, and it's just by today's standards, yeah. But Mutavault was good. At one point, it was a big deal. Many years ago. Back in the original Lorwyn days, which I guess would be, 20 years ago now? Good Lord, I am old. I am ancient, guys. That's crazy. Kevin, I mean, yeah, Final Fantasy does have some more high-tech stuff and some space stuff going on. So you could try and cross it over with Edge of Eternities. But do you think that it's going to capture Final Fantasy fans the same way? I doubt it. I doubt it. And Edge of Eternities doesn't have that long before it's got to get out of the way for Spider-Man. And then Spider-Man doesn't have that long before it's got to get out of the way for Avatar. This is like, it's insane. Wizards' production schedule is monstrously insane. It's crazy. Never in a million years would have I imagined that they'd be making like a new set every 6 weeks or so. Boom, let's go. Boom, let's go. Boom, let's go. All right. Yeah, oh yeah, people are going to want the Shocklands. There's no question that Shocklands will help Edge of Eternities. That is definitely the case. What up, Drunkle? How you doing, buddy? What's this doing? Oh, it's doing it. Okay. Back on the charger you go. Yeah, Magor, yeah, exactly. It's like they're not a big money card anymore. So for Wizards, they'll check it out. We're doing a special frame treatment, a bonus sheet. And it's like, what's the bonus? Mutavault! It's like, that's the big thing you have to show us? That sucks. That sucks. What up, brother man? Hey, thanks, buddy. I do like that distinguished. Pretty good. Especially me today in the green screen suit. Very distinguished. Drunko, you ain't happy about the more poison counter stuff? Well, whatever. Magic's a big old mess. What are you going to do? What are you gonna do? We'll all get together in a pile and cry about it. We'll weep to our mothers about how the ancient days is gone. The olden days of magic. At least it's still fun to play, right? At least it's still fun to play. So there is that. That would really suck if Magic just stopped being fun. Oh, did you guys see that hilarious with the, what is it? Never mind. It's better when you have the pictures. I'll just get the stuff for next time. I'll get the stuff to talk about next time, or maybe even in a video. But yeah, I should have been prepared for that one. Sometimes you start talking about something and realize, you know what, never mind. Never mind. We'll cover that when I have what I need. We've been watching The Golden Girls. That old sitcom. Golden Girls. Which is, like, it's got some really funny stuff in it, but it's also got a bunch of heavy themes, man. It's just like, okay, guys, you could keep it a little bit lighter, maybe. Kevin, you want to use a spaceship? Soren can station your battleship that makes Frodo indestructible while you bend some air. Oh my god. You're going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to do that. Habanero, yeah. You're not being interested in properties outside of Magic the Gathering is valid. It makes perfect sense, right? Like, the people who are new, where Magic doesn't have a consistent identity anymore, they don't get it. If you showed up and you just went, okay, look, it's been like weird haunted house, race car set, detective set, cowboy set, Final Fantasy set, Space Boy set. What's the difference? Like, it's all like, this is what Magic is. It's just random crap and crossovers, right? And it's like, no, actually, it used to be this coherent thing that was all just pretty much high fantasy variations. And no matter what they did it in their own distinctive style. So even if they took influences that didn't feel like initially truly high fantasy, it still felt like Magic the Gathering high fantasy-esque, you know? Oh, Juggling Super Chat says, ha ha, I'm the Lord now. Oh, you cast Fisher off the board. You are the new Lord. Thanks for the Super Chat, son. Fisher, your buddy built a Kefka deck, and anytime he casts flips or attacks with him, he plays his laugh on his phone. That's awesome. Drunko, you don't got enough inspired guys? Well, that is a common symptom of Magic now, especially with the blocks being gone. They'll do one set, and they'll come up with abilities for that set, and then it's just afterwards. You know, like, we're constantly committing crimes still after Thunder Junction, but crime's not going to be used really for anything except maybe some random Modern Horizons 3 or Modern Horizons 4 reference card, you know? Habanero, Magic used to feel like a bunch of D&D designers building special and unique dimensions for D&D, but printing them on cards, and now it's just Hat of the Month. Feels accurate. That feels like an accurate description. Kyle, what's up, buddy? What's equally crazy is they listed a lore flavor text job for like $80K a year. For $80K a year to do a dream job, you expect better. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess. I don't know, man. Maybe they just don't care because they know the company doesn't care or whatever. I have no idea. Larry, space the convergence. Well, now it has converged into our reality, bro. Space stuff can be pretty cool. I feel like I would like a high fantasy adventure. I want like a high fantasy adventure movie that's enjoyable. I think part of the problem with that's going to be is I want one I haven't seen, and I've seen a lot of them. So that might be a tall order. Might be a tall ask. Kevin, the true crime is the hat sets. You're not wrong, buddy. You're not wrong. The hat sets are an abomination. So I definitely do find myself curious to see where this is all going to go. What is Magic going to look like 5 years from now? Because this is like, the Final Fantasy represents a pretty tectonic shift in terms of the fact that Standard is now half Universe Beyond going forwards. We'll reach that point. We obviously have to wait till the end of the year to actually be there in terms of the releases. The Standard releases this year will be half Universe Beyond, and then slowly but surely all of Standard will become more Universe Beyond, and we're dealing with that change to 3 years that they didn't design for. And so we have all this stuff mashed together where you have monstrous rage nonsense, just other crazy, broken ridiculousness that leads to the most stale, repetitive metas clogged with mirror matches and all kinds of knock-on issues. They're making a live-action Legend of Zelda movie? Oh, that fills me with, like, hope and trepidation. You know what I mean? That could be really cool. That could be really cool. And who knows, after the Minecraft movie did such banger numbers, maybe more video game movies might get money put into them. But I'm not saying that I want more movies like the Minecraft movie, you know? Jess, almost anything can happen to you at night when you're asleep. Bar of soap in the sock. What? Drunko, what do I think of the set symbol lacking extended arts? You seen where 75% of the card is black ink? I don't know if I know what you're talking about, honestly. Either I don't know what you're talking about, or I'm just not connecting what you're saying to what you're talking about. Set symbol lacking extended arts. So they did extended art versions of cards that just have no... No set symbols? Huh, alright. Let's see here. Why am I doing it this way? That's way too slow. Let's go this way instead. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it has no expansion symbol. Oh, it's fine. I got no problems with that. I have no problem with no expansion symbol. It says down at the bottom what set it's from. And if you want the artwork to be more enjoyable overall, the fewer objects on there, the better. Jess, bro, I hate the dreams that wake you up and feel real. I hate that. I hate waking up and you just wake up and my old man body's like, you got to take a leak now that you're awake. You can't go back to sleep. And it's like, fine. I got up and go take a leak. And my brain's still working on the problem. How do we solve the problem? How do we solve the problem? How do we solve the problem? And I'm getting annoyed. And I lay back down in bed. And then it just clicks into my head. It's not even real. The problem's not even real. You were dreaming the problem. And you were just awake now. And you're going back to sleep. That problem wasn't real. Stop thinking about it. Stop getting annoyed by it. That is obnoxious. Carly got us a terrible watermelon, man. She brought this watermelon back from the grocery store, and she's cutting it up, and she goes, "This was cheap, and I hope that it's good." And I was like, "Well, you should try a little bit of it. Just, before you spend all this time cutting it up, try a little bit." And she's like, you try it. So I picked up a bit and I tried it. And one bite, I'm like, this seems weird. And she took a bite too. She's like, it does seem weird. So, long story short, paid to buy a watermelon to bring it to our home and throw it into our trash. Yeah, exactly, Carnifex. Dreams, they can't be trusted, bro. Jess, you ran out of bed so fast you woke up in the hallway. I haven't done that one. But I've done the, like, jump. You guys know, everybody knows that one, right? Where you're just laying in bed and all of a sudden your body just leaps and you're like, how did I do that? Like, if you told me that I had to leap into the air from a laying position, I'd be like, fuck you, idiot. What are you even talking about? How am I supposed to do that? But my body just does it when I'm laying in bed, right? Habanero may not have paid much for the watermelon in cash, but I overpaid for it in sadness. Yeah, that's true. But hey, you know what? At least I'm not living in the days before where that loaf of bread, that $2 loaf of bread that fell on the ground outside the bus station. My perfect $2 loaf that I traveled for hours to get and took all of my earthly money. So at least the watermelon wasn't all of my monies. Fisher, you gave half a watermelon to your rats and the sounds of them chewing it was almost unnerving. I don't know. Might be pretty romantic. You know, you get some rats chewing watermelon at a wedding, put them on a table in a little glass box so everyone can enjoy the sounds. Just the AI robots, don't worry, you don't have to go all Will Smith. The AI robots don't have to be stopped right yet. We're okay now. We're okay right now. Carly saw some Bigfoot books today and was thinking of you. They were at Winners. Winners is hilarious because it's called Winners, but the whole store is all losers because it's all stuff they couldn't sell elsewhere for one reason or another. Now you can find things that look great, right? They like clothing. You can find things that look great, but there's a problem with them. Like, I have an awesome jacket, but the truth about my jacket is it has an extra slot for a pocket that it's not supposed to. So on the side, it's got one of the slot for a pocket, and then there's another slot for a pocket because the manufacturers screwed up when they made the coats. So the coat ended up at Winners where I found it and got it for a much better deal. So Winners is great in that regard. Like they're good for some random finds of clothing only. Pretty much everything else in that place tends to be garbage. I've argued with Carly about it so many times. I'm like, that place is for reject trash. And she would always disagree with me. And then one time I told her, I bought a pair of headphones from there. And she's like, you bought a pair of headphones from there? And I'm like, that's not the way that you react to a place that sells quality goods, is it? Right? Your reaction right now to the idea of me buying headphones there is you backing me up. So she just like, no, it's good for clothes. But yeah, Winners is just a clearinghouse of random junk. So they have like mini baby Bigfoot and Mrs. Bigfoot and shit. There's like a 3-book Bigfoot set. Drunkle, your watermelon luck has been 50-50. It's so hard to get a good watermelon just from the outside, you know? Like, you can look, a watermelon for all appearances can look the way it's supposed to. It can have the pollen streaks and the sugar scars and all that crap, and you can still crack it open, and instead of a fresh watermelon, you've got a fucking stale old fruit anus, you know? And you're like, come on, man. This is not what it's supposed to look like. This ain't what it's supposed to look like. Fisher, you're feeding rats vegetables? That sounds like a crime. Sounds like a crime. Jess, only clothes you bought in the last 10 years are hoodies and pairs of pants once a year. Well, you good 2024, you got to replace underwear and socks. Well, guess what, buddy? I got to buy some underwear today. So you and me, man. You and me. It's new underwear time. Oh, Carly got a variety pack. One pair is like fucking orange. Like I'm a prisoner, bro. It's goofy, but whatever. The hell do I care? I don't give a shit. I don't, what's the word? I don't accessorize. I don't have a particular color and style. Habanero, does anyone else knock on the watermelon to check if it has the right sound for eating? Give him a knock. Yeah, man. Fisher, you give him table scraps, and sometimes you buy him a rotisserie chicken. Oh, hell yeah, man. When I had a dog before, totally you have whatever. If I'm having steak, you get to have all the leftover steak bits because the reality is I hate fat in my steak, so I cut around every piece of gristle and whatever. I like my meat lean, so there's always extra crap left over when I'm having steak, and it ain't nothing to me, but it would be game on for a dog, bro. Game on for a dog. So yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty wild to buy a whole rotisserie chicken for a bunch of rats. Drunko, you had a guy slap a pumpkin while slapping the side of his truck trying to upsell you. That's funny. That's funny. Millmaster, you told me fat is flavor. It doesn't matter. I don't like it. I don't like it, bro. If you like the feeling of the fat from steak in your mouth, that weird, goobly, jizz-like jelly grossness, that's fine, man. If you want to pretend that along with your steak, you're fucking guzzling linebackers, fucking happy juice, or whatever it is, fine. Do that. But I'm just trying to enjoy a steak, not eat rubbery fucking trash, right? So who cares about fucking flavor? You could come and be like, oh yeah, check it out, man. If you let a dude blast in your mouth, it tastes great. Doesn't matter. It's gross. I'm not gonna do it. That's it. Those two things are equivalent as far as I'm concerned. Fat and steak is gross, bro. Gross. It's marbling. Well, I want mine unmarbled then. Give me the one that fucking went jogging or whatever. I like lean meat. Give me the fucking filet. Give me the filet, bro. If I were a spice, I'd be flour. Yeah, so what? I'm doughy. What are you gonna do about it? It doesn't matter. You can go, oh, you bland like flour. Doesn't change the fact that I don't want nothing to do with your horse shit. How about that, Millmaster? Call up your mom and tell her that truth, bro. They even eat the bones, Fisher, so you don't find it unnerving to watch a bunch of rats eat a fucking entire chicken and its bones, but you find it unnerving to have them eat watermelon. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is that? What? Juggling with reprints, do I think a couple of the Commander decks will be copies or all new setups? I mean, they'll be headed by brand new guys. If they go by the current recipe for Commander decks, you will get 10 new cards and then a whole bunch of stuff reskinned into space concepts. Clayton, I'm too damn plump. Kevin, they'd be super happy with the rotisserie chicken. You never spoiled mine that much. Oh, well, Fisher's showing you up. Fisher is showing you up. Kyle, you got to have the wildest of Thursdays. That's the rules. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Fatty steak is so gross. It's so gross. I don't like it. I don't like it. Jess, you like steak sandwiches, do you, buddy? Steak sandwiches are okay, but I tend to, virtually every time I get a steak sandwich, I end up taking the steak out of the sandwich and just eating the steak and some of the bread separately. Oh, Zircon cursed my fucking bread maker. He cursed my bread maker. just so everybody knows it. I know it. We all know it. That's the reality. Just putting it out there. Drunko, you had a ferret? You don't think the noises of it eating was disgusting, similar to open mouth eaters? It's weird. Sometimes hearing people eat is okay, and other times it is the most grating, maddening thing that you just can't pull your focus from. At least that's how it goes for me. Lots of time people are eating and there's nothing. But every once in a while, it's like your brain just like focusing in, and then that's all you can fucking hear. Whatever is going on around, you can just hear that. And you can't escape it. You know? Jess, I like my steak medium well, buddy. I don't want it too raw. Not interested. Gianna, you heard Arnold is coming back for another Conan movie? Why? I mean, I like Arnold, but he's too old for, like, Conan, right? Drunk all here in Asia, people all eat with their mouths open. There's no chew with your mouth closed ideology. A lot of foreigners can't handle it due to what you described. Yeah. Just being in a restaurant where everybody's just doing that. Fisher, your rats try and climb you to steal your food? Gianna, for the money? Fair enough. Baba, correct. The sagas work the way you said they do. They have chapters, right? So when you put it out, you do the first chapter automatically, and then each turn going forwards, you move subsequently through the rest of the chapters, one by one. And then when the last chapter's done, saga's gone. You sack that shit. Kevin says, don't let them steal your food with their little rat hands. Careful they don't try to burrow into your chest and steal your soul, right? They're gonna dig in there. That whole fat is flavor thing. I mean, circling back to it, I will use bacon fat and stuff to cook for sure. I'm not like anti-fat in every capacity. Fat's great for cooking in, but I hate goobly fat in my mouth. It is tactilely disgusting. It's gross. And Lord knows I have enough fat in my diet that I don't need to be eating it either. You know what I mean? So that's fit for the dogs. No, Baba, it's just the chapter you're on. Do chapter 1. Next turn, do chapter 2. But just chapter 2. Then just chapter 3. Once each. Once each. Jess, I don't even think an offer of $1 billion for like an assassination contract could work. Like, how are you even going to get $1 billion without it being noticed? Do you know what I mean? It's too much money even. It's too much. It's too much. Larry, I assume there'll be a lot of low-hanging fruit meme space stuff going. So maybe. Baba, yeah, you got it now. You got it straight, bro. You got it straight. Lay down the law. Lay down the law. Lay down the smack and stay off that fucking cocaine, son. Stay off that shit. You philanderer. Oh, man. Juggling, what's going to make people buy Edge of Eternities? Well, they're hoping that the space concept will get some people in all on its own. You got the Shocklands. They have a bonus sheet as well because they're really trying to hedge their bets, although the bonus sheet's looking kind of weak if they're leading off with Mutavault, right? The Shocklands are part of that bonus sheet too, though, I think. Baba, will they have called chase cards in the collector box for Edge of Eternities? Yeah. They'll have something serialized. They'll have probably Galaxy foils coming back, you know? That's the guess, is Galaxy foils. Because they did them before. What happened to the stream here? It's so stupid. It's the browser, not YouTube, though, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. I fixed it. It just crashes. Zircon, the stream crashed right when I said you cursed. It's because you were gonna do that bread maker, the bread maker fucking action off the wish list, and then like the next time I go to use my bread maker, it's making crazy knocking noises and rumbling and shit. It's like I'm ready to die. I'm ready to pass on my legacy. Where you know, like in the fucking stories where the old wizard is like, oh, when the young one comes, the chosen one of the silver sapling, I'll finally be able to lay down my burden. And me and my fucking 10,000-year-old mule Mortimer will finally be able to move on to the other world. Oh, I can't wait. And it's so excited, right? That's the bread maker. That's what happened. That's what happened. They got to fix that shit. They got to fix that list shit, man. Because it's grim. It's grim. Baba Super Chat says, when am I getting the shattering date for October? Great question. I have been asking when the next shattering is going to be as well. Now, I have heard some things, because I get to hear behind the scene things. I've heard some things bouncing back and forth, but there's nothing locked down yet. There's nothing locked down yet for a specific time frame. I don't know. I can't say yet, and they don't want me to go into the, when they go back and forth and tell me this different stuff, they don't want any of it put out there, so I will not. But suffice it to say, October is the target, bro. October, they like that. Sometime in October is where we're at right now, and hopefully that doesn't change and get shifted back. Not that they said that it would happen. That's just me saying that because I'm genuinely looking forward to it, because we had an awesome time last time, you know? Ness, you looked at the numbers on the Shockland, they're in the main set. All right, cool. Fisher, you have 35 rats and they bully your cat. Yeah, you got like a gang. JH, you're in Siberia and you're locked in a room with loot wallpaper. Uh-oh. They're going to electrocute your ball bag, bro. Baba, have I seen the cards sold anywhere? I have seen multiple instances of them being sold at Target, including random pictures of people talking about restocks for Pokemon or Magic the Gathering online. The new restock, check out what happened. I was just at Walmart today randomly, and this was all here. And I looked in the picture, and I'm like zooming in or whatever. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. What do I spy in the background? Wonders kits, 2-player starter kits. So those I have spotted out in the wild. And they have a deal now with Star City. So for the Star City, they're part of the SCG Con. Like, starting in August, they're going to be having Wonders tournaments at SCG Cons. So depending on how far away you are, for example, from like Orlando, Florida, Double Strike wants to go down to the event that's happening in August in Florida. So he's going to be playing in the event there. You might be able to go down and join in on it with him. And Star City has the product available on their website for sale now as well. A group of rats is called the Mischief. That's a surprisingly pleasant name for a group of disgusting rats, bro. Jess, how the thing about streaming is the super chats and stuff. It's random. It's all over the place. There's no set any amount for any day. Like for example, Larry pointed out in the last stream, there literally wasn't even a Lord of the Board. So there's never any kind of set amount. But with all the stuff that's been going on and the fact that I wasn't able to make videos as much and live stream as much, it definitely has impacted the behind the scenes numbers. And so from a financial standpoint, yes, it has had a negative impact, and yes, it will hurt. That is that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. But there's no set anything, you know. Baba, he's planning on flying out. At this point, I'm not planning on going. I don't want to get into all the logistics of it, but right now the plan isn't for me to go. If that changes, I'll let you know. What up, DeVoe? How you doing? Jonko, rats are really up there on the list of pets that'll eat you immediately upon death. They waste no time. No time. Gianna, when does the green screen come in? Hopefully tomorrow. The information on the shipment says it should arrive tomorrow. Clayton, why couldn't I stream as much? Too much stuff. Too much heavy stuff going on, bro. Like multiple issues with family members, including some of them not being alive anymore, and just a bunch of things. A bunch of things that meant I needed to attend to other things or just needed time to exist, you know? There are situations where I'm not fit to stream, and situations like either I'm too sick or I'm too just life is doing too much. You know what I mean? Bob, I got a joke lined up with that, man. I got a joke lined up with that. Fisher, yeah, if you're dead, who cares, right? Like, let your rats eat you, then who cares? What are you going to do with your body? Nothing. Let them have it. Let them have it. So, yeah, the last, month and a half, just exactly. Life's been kicking me in the balls and laughing at me in the face, and it's been very challenging. I've just tried to keep things flowing and going. I haven't been able to make as many videos as I wanted. I was kind of just getting enough done to keep the sponsors happy because I had the sponsors who had sponsored some videos and I wanted to make sure that I met my obligations. But other than that, it was like, it is what it is, man. Life sometimes is easier and it's sometimes more challenging. So every once in a while there are challenges, like when we lost our place and had to move after that maniac nonsense, right? So every once in a while there are hiccups in the production, but you know, we're moving back towards some more normalcy. I'm still processing some of it, you know. Losing my uncle is still messing me up. So, but not enough that it stops me from coming and hanging out, right? So, 'tis what it is. You know, I'd also I feel like there's a certain amount of talking about what's going on. It's cool. It's good. It's nice to let you guys know what's going on. It's nice to be able to talk about what I want to talk about. But if I'm too focused on it, that's all I'm really going to talk about. And that's just going to be like a downer bullshit stream. So if I'm just going to bring what I think is going to be an unenjoyable vibe, then I'm not going to, you know? Yeah, exactly, Habanero. That's the plan. That's it, bro. Zach, you're hyped for Edge? Nice, man. Enjoy it. It'll be like a month and it'll be in your hands. Jugglim, no problem, buddy. I'm glad that you enjoy what I do. I have a good time doing it too. You know, it's I don't want to think that I've left you guys having a fucking shittier day than you had before when we start to hang out. So, under particular circumstances, I just go, okay, not today, man. Not today. Gianna, that would be true magic. You know what you could sell those shoes for if they were like nut seekers? Do I think the Tezzeret art did justice to a dark steel body? I mean, when I looked at Tezzeret, I didn't think of like a dude with a dark steel body, but I also didn't pay that much attention specifically to his body. You know, his indolent lounging and the void floating above his hand were the main impressions that I picked up off of it. Mostly. So yeah, I'm hyped about the new green screen coming in. That'll be good. People have been enjoying the green screen suit version of me, and multiple people have said, this is better, you should always do it this way. But I think that that's just the novelty of it, and that it would grow to, you just get accustomed to it. It would just be kind of like whatever, and it'd just be a gimmick that I would always have to do. You know, and I'm not interested in always having to put on a fucking green suit to make my videos. Baba! Well, it's awesome, man. I'm glad you have a nice day when you get to check out my streams, bro. Either whether they're live or afterwards. I'm glad that to you they're fun, and you're damn right they're real, bro. Zach, have I looked into the story for Edge yet? I did start to look at the story for Edge. And the truth is, I currently don't care. Now, I don't know if that's simply because I don't care about the science fiction being in Magic. I don't know if that's because I am admittedly in an interesting mental state because of the stuff that's happened with my family in the past and my uncle. So I don't know if it's just that diminishes my interest in things overall, because I haven't been playing the video games that I was playing. A lot of the stuff that I was doing, I haven't been doing. So I don't know if it's just I haven't been reading the story because of what's going on with me, or it's sometimes, this is crap. Easy. I was able to do that with previous sets, but unfortunately, I'm in a weird little spot right now where a little further down the road, I'll probably be able to give you a more accurate answer. But for now, I know that at least it doesn't seem like it's written by somebody who's inept. So there is that. It doesn't seem like it's just complete terrible nonsense like Narset having a panic attack and presuming people's genders like they wrote in the Tarkir story. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll sum it up like this. It probably has some potential for people who are into science fiction and hyped up for this set. I think they put more effort into this one. Tape the green suit on the wall so it's like a shadow. That's actually kind of a fun idea. I like that. Aaron, the second episode is given Mass Effect vibes. Well, I hope that's elucidating for other people. Because for me, it doesn't mean anything. I don't play any of the sci-fi games. Really, I have played some. I shouldn't say any, but I've not played a majority of them. And I definitely know the name Mass Effect because I've heard it before, but I couldn't tell you a single thing about it. Juggler, what? Use the green suit to put Jennifer Lopez's body onto me? I don't think so, you degenerate. What up, Shorts? Your bones hurt. Well, that's sad. I feel you. I feel you, man. Hurting bones ain't good. Mine hurt a few weeks ago. Just ChatGPT won't make pictures for you, and you don't know why it stopped working, because it feels belittled. It feels belittled by what you're trying to have it do. What you want is beneath it. That's how it feels. It's like, no, man, I'm sick of your stupid crap. I'm not gonna make you another picture of a pony kissing a house. This is stupid. I deserve respect. I deserve respect. It's probably charged now, right? Nope. Okay. I guess it needs more. Oh, sweet Mimbly Bimbly. The pace of magic is so nuts. It's so nuts. I really want to know what's going on with that box. I really want to know what's going on with that Edge of Eternities box. There's an empty one. There's the wrappers. There's the guy saying there's another box, but there's no other cards to back it up. The timing on that was amazing. The fact that a bunch of stuff came out of a Final Fantasy box within the same 24 hours that an Edge of Eternities presumed out in the wild box showed up. The timing of that's amazing. It's genuinely amazing. Jess, you think I deserve to live long enough until they're able to make people immortal and then I can afford to pay for it to get the choice to live for thousands of years or more? Well, thanks, buddy. That's nice of you to say. What up, Field? How you doing, buddy? Have you ever thought of dressing up as like a gigantic musical instrument and then just kind of like what if you took strings and stretched them across your whole body like a giant bass or something and started going boom, boom, boom. And then when people ask what you're doing, you could be like, I'm playing the field. Get it? Fuck, that was so bad. That's so stupid. It's such a stupid joke. It's so dumb. I love it. It's so stupid. Oh, I used to love doing stuff like that to people at work. Just seeing the look on their face when it clicks in, man. It's amazing. I get to do that. I make a lot of genuinely funny jokes. So pulling out some of those truly terrible groaning wordplay ones, oh, so good. So good. Zach, you got a meeting with the boss? Well, keep your pants on, bro. Have a good one. Have a good one. I'm glad that my random nonsense has helped make your work day easier. Drongo, yep, you could also go playing with myself, right? But that's not as personalized. Anybody can do that one. Anybody can do that one. Mine's better. I win. Right here. This guy. This guy. Oh. Jess, here's the thing, man. If they had technology that allowed you to like record your dreams, you couldn't hook them up to other people without watching them yourself first, because who knows what the hell's going on in them, you know? Like, for real. Who knows? What happens in this dream? Although, when I think about it, I can't think of any dreams at all that I've had that nobody else could see, because I'd be like, oh, this is like, a lot of my dreams would just be like, oh, look, he's worried about missing a flight in the airport, and now he can't find Carly. He's got to find her before they take a flight to Tokyo. Crap like that. Or he's just panicked running around an airport that doesn't exist. Hey, Zach, no problem, buddy. I'm glad you enjoy it, my friend. Have a good one. Larry, I doubt that the box would come, like the Edge of Eternity box, I doubt that it would come from the production facility. It's more likely, if it got out into the wild, that some of the product just got out early from the supply chain, because the set's coming out in like a month. It's already completely finished. This isn't some product that's slated to come out a year and a half from now and, wow, how'd you even get this stuff, right? It's totally... This stuff's already been made. Right? So, that's the deal. Jonko dreams violate image rights and dream of Hasbro IP and get sued to oblivion. There you go. Jess, that's a shit dream. Try not getting stabbed. Zircon, could it just be a fake leak? Absolutely. Absolutely, it could be a fake leak. Right now, there's nothing to confirm it. It's a booster box, empty wrappers, and one card, which is a card Wizards has already spoiled. And we all know how easy it is to get good-looking cards that aren't genuine Magic cards, proxies, whatever, right? So that is easy to hoax. So right now, it could still be a hoax. What blew my mind was I saw that stuff and I went, I'll wait for the inevitable leak to back it up. And then the inevitable leak happened, and the leak that happened had nothing to do with the box. And that blew my mind because it confirmed it. I'm like, confirmed for true. And then I went and looked and I was just like, wait, this is from a Final Fantasy box. So this one is still question mark. This one is actually a completely different mystery. Oh, cool. It definitely makes for a more interesting story, doesn't it? Juggle 'em. There's always the possibility it could be done on purpose. That's true. That's true. Just Facebook keeps showing you knife ads. Maybe it's trying to tell you something. Maybe it's trying to give you a hint. The one card the person showed has only had the art spoiled. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Having the art spoiled adds credibility. You need more, right? You got this box. Oh, but I'm not showing anything else because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. Sure, that's possible, but also, sure. Default to skepticism. Default to skepticism. Juggling keeps it engaging and interesting. Yeah, man. I was just like, oh, already the box situation by itself was its own story. I was like, okay, this is something. But when I looked at it, I went, it needs a little bit more, I think, to make for a more enjoyable video. And then that leak happened, and I was like, wow, this is more than I was actually expecting. Great. Bop, 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 bop. Ashwood, things usually have a tendency to leak from the top down. You can't leak upwards, bro. So you're right about that. Ness, yeah, exactly. You just look at it and go, it's easy. It's easy. Like, look, if you can fake an actual booster box and the wrappings, faking one Magic card is not hard at all, especially if you're not even going to do the whole thing. There have been a lot of Magic fakes over the years. It's kind of crazy to think, like, Magic has been around now for over 30 years, right? This is like, what, 32 years? 33 years? Something like that? And it's nutty to think that I've been the Magic historian for like 8 years now. So that is basically like 25% of the time Magic's been around, I've been the Magic historian. But I've been playing Magic for virtually the game's entire history. You know, I've been the Magic historian for 25% of the game. I've been a Magic player for 99% of the game. So I've seen all kinds of different eras of fakes and things going on in Magic and whatever. And it's just wild that things keep changing and that it's still going overall. This card's pretty good for side scratching. Oh, my poor bread maker. Clank, clank, slam, slam. Stupid thing. I might have to do the unthinkable like Millmaster's wife suggested and use my hands like a peasant. Learn how to beat the dough like it owes me money. Just, do I get cold sores? Oh, no, I'm already blessed with a bunch of other fucking problems, so I don't need that one. I've got a fucking body where everything below the neck is fucking dead fish belly white. Everything from the neck up is red as fuck because it's just pure rage. Rage from the neck up. It's not a blood pressure thing. I've seen the doctor. I'm just fucking red from the neck up, bro. And I still get fucking zits and shit like I'm in high school. So I don't need anything else, thank you very much. I already look like they attached somebody else's fucking head onto this fucking weird fish belly fucking white body. Pepe, what's the leak situation? It's like a 49er westward. You know what I mean? Drunko, you got a need for need. Boo! Boo! Pepe, you don't know what that means? Well, that's good, because I made that up. It's pure nonsense. What I just said there, absolute nonsense. I wanted to see what you would say. So, congratulations. You recognize nonsense when you hear it. When you hear it. Wizards of the Coast screwed up. They screwed up the Final Fantasy set, bro. All right? And they put cards for Edge of Eternities in there by accident. Are there cards? There are. Check it out. Bam. They got this old fat pile of cards, right? And on top of that, they got these cards here too. Over on my Magic Historian channel, I did a video where I went through all the individual cards, talking about them and the different details and stuff as well, right? So it is a real thing. And on top of that, there's also somebody else who's claiming they have early Edge of Eternity stuff. So in either way, there's a lot of craziness today. Maybe proxies, theoretically proxies feels highly unlikely. They're all uncommons. And this has precedence. We've actually seen it happen a bunch of times. Xana, you thought these cards were fake? As far as I understand, they're real. If it turns out that they are fake later on, I can't say 100%. Nobody can until Edge of Eternity comes out with corroboration. But it does appear that they're real. Krug, what's up? Newish viewer to my main channel. Just wanted to say you appreciate my content with the perspective and an old head in the scene. Hell yeah, man. I mean, I've been around forever, so thanks for letting me know. Ness, yeah, bro. I would be frustrated too. Like, if I got a box of... Oh, wait. I have a box of Final Fantasy. I hope it doesn't have Edge of Eternities uncommons in it. Because if Edge of Eternities isn't as, like, big of a set, Final Fantasy costs more than Edge of Eternities. So, that would suck. Shorts, you have a box of Wonders of the First from the Kickstarter and can't decide if you should open it or keep it sealed. Well, it's a good question. I mean, are you going to play with it and enjoy cracking the stuff? Because if you are, then crack it open. But if you're not sure yet, keep it sealed. The new set's coming out in 4 months? Something like that. I've actually seen, I was sent a list of basically what a bunch of the cards do and stuff so that I could work on flavor text if I wanted to. But because of everything that's been going on with my uncle and everything, I really didn't feel... Like, I did the things I had to do, but the flavor text stuff, I only really could muster up enough to do flavor text for one card. But as a result, I didn't actually really read over all the spoilers. So my buddy Double Strike read over all of them. He knows all the stuff that's coming. I have seen a few different things. And there's that set is pretty much being finished up now, right? So they're going to have it off to the printers soon. Zergon, it'd be funny if Wizards is behind the fake box leak and then the same day a quality fuck up caused a real leak. That would be funny. Xander, you think it's fake because of poison counters? Well, if that's how you feel, fair enough, man. Wizards of the Coast is now doing random scattershot whatever. It doesn't have to be coherent, and it definitely doesn't have to be balanced in any way, shape, or form. So nothing I have seen from these leaked cards at all says to me these are fake. Nothing. They could be, because like I said, we can't corroborate it. But sometimes when you look at a leak, you go, this makes it look fake. This makes it look fake. This makes it look fake. Nothing I've seen makes it look fake at all. Whereas the box leak, where they won't even show us the full one card, that does. Where it's just like, oh, I don't want to spoil anything that hasn't been spoiled. That makes me go, I don't know. I don't know. And most of the time, I'm right about what are real cards. Most of the time. Jess, you should try and do art good enough to sell to Wizards. Do it up, man. Do it up. That'd be pretty awesome, right? Getting your own artwork on a Magic card. I'd be cool with it. Fisher, I've always given you the vibes of Commodore Guff. I'm busting through that fourth wall, bro. Kyle, you have a Phyrexian mana symbol tattooed right by your hand. People don't believe you're not playing Infect because of it. You just, all right. Well, I mean, when you've got that big a tell, right? It's like you got like Bolt across the tattooed on each set of knuckles, and it's like, nah, I don't play Red Burn, bro. Oh man, yeah. The pace of everything is crazy. Like I really feel the pace of how quickly it goes with Magic. Whenever something happens in my life that causes me to have to take a step back, like the family stuff, it's just like, wow, things are ripping by. I missed a bunch of opportunities to make videos discussing a number of subjects, but just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So I appreciate the patience that you guys have had with me, and the fact that when I know the streaming became more intermittent and is still kind of getting more regulated back to what it was, but I appreciate that you guys come and hang out with me, because on the days that I did stream, it was nice to have company and distraction. Fisher, yeah, Triumph of the Hordes is gross. When you have the right setup and you play it, it is disgusting. Just that's it, man. I need all the blessings. I need everybody's blessings to get life flowing back in a more normalized and chill way. You know, like at the end of the day, still got a lot going for me. Life is nice. You know, it's just every once in a while your soul gets pummeled, right? So it is what it is. Habanero, you want a tattoo of pie? Oh. Get a tattoo of pie on your hand so you can just suck on your own hand. Xana, the lander tokens, the sacking for lands, it's interesting. It definitely is interesting. Clearly we're moving into a realm where Wizards is going to make more and more of these different one-off style artifacts that are themed to whatever, the same way that we got blood tokens for the Crimson Vow, all that, right? All of it. Anyways, I appreciate you guys taking the time to come and hang out with me. We will get back together again soon, but for now, I go into the waters of the underworld. Safe travels, my friends. Safe travels.